This morning, a little before sunrise, I hoisted anchor in Bahia Tamarindo, nestled in the serene Golfo de Fonseca. With my loyal furry companion Boga by my side, I set sail on my boat Karl, while my friend Paul followed closely on his vessel Yerba Buena.
No, I'm saving lots of money because I use about 700 RPMs less to do 4 knots.
Oh yeah, I'm sailing. I just pulled all the sails out and doing like 3.5, 4. We'll let you catch up and then we'll see.
Okay, sounds good. Maybe I do the same then.
Well, this wind was not forecasted, but it's a good one. Having like 8 to 10 knots on the beam, doing 3.5 to 4 knots. We need to do like an average of 3.5 to get there to the bar on time. We need to be there for the slack high tide.
Our destination? A quiet and well-protected anchorage called Kisco. Yet, there is one more significant challenge that we have to master before we can enjoy the secluded anchorage that awaits us at the end of this journey.
Just outside the entrance to the estuary of Kisco, there's a lot of shoals and bars, like reefs, covering the entrance. So there's breaking waves pretty much everywhere. There's one spot where you can go through and you sort of like have to ride in with the wave. Well, if you time it right, then it's apparently not so bad. Paul has done it 4 times. 3 of the 4 times it went really well. 1 time, cockpit full of water. So, well, 75% chance that everything is gonna go well. We try to time it that we get there at slack high tide. And also, the sea state is fairly low, we're at 1.2 meters, so we hope that everything is going to go well. I think I will put Boga inside and then lock the companionway in case a wave comes in. I don't feel comfortable having her in the cockpit. I know there's also a danger having her inside if we capsize and drown, but I have the feeling that preventing us from capsizing and drowning, I would be better off without her in the cockpit. So my plan is to get there, look at everything for 5 to 10 minutes and make sure that everything is really gonna work as we sort of planned on paper. And then put her inside, lock the companionway, and go for it. Okay, there's just a super long line of white breakers. From here I can't see any entrance, and they look big. And I'm thinking, why did I agree to this? Why? Holy shit, this was bad. I think this was the first crazy entrance, and then I think there's a second bit that I'm just seeing coming up where we're gonna go again. Okay, this definitely looked a lot worse than it was in the end. The waves were partially breaking, but there are these kind of waves. They're not very steep. They don't have a lot of power. So in the end, there was a couple of waves that are a bit tricky, and you really had to concentrate on steering. Paul once went like nearly 90 degrees sideways, and I was a tad close for my comfort. I got little Carly under control. Boga's crying inside. I think I'll let her out now. I think the worst is over now. It's just a lot of current now. Not sure if I'm ever gonna go out though. Like looking into it. Although going out, they say, is easier than going in. So who knows? Well, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with the Logic Autopilot. This is some decent current cauldron, and I'm just testing it, but it's holding up pretty good. I mean, I didn't go autopilot through the big waves, but this is still quite something. I think this is going to be another half an hour, and then it's going to be more quiet. Poor little Boga is exhausted. I think she was quite nervous because she felt that I was nervous. It's another 3 miles to go to our anchorage here. I can't believe that it's already time to pack up and move on. I'll be back soon. This is my life now, going forth and back. Well, it's always been forth and back, but now it's more for work than for seeing family. There's no more depth information, so we're just sort of like scanning the area, seeing what there is, checking out things. Well, those of you that have been following along for a while know what's gonna happen now. Definitely have to spread a couple of capfuls. Thank you, Neptune. Thank you, good old Karl. Little Red, you did very well. You had to do a lot of work on this trip. And then to you, my friends, and to myself. I haven't done capfuls in a while.
When I dropped anchor in Kisco, an instant wave of love for this place washed over me. The sound of the roaring ocean is omnipresent, and yet the anchorage cradles us within the safety of its estuary. What truly captivates, though, is the picturesque scenery. Our sailboats sway gracefully in the embrace of a couple of majestic volcanoes. And except for the charming houses of our newfound neighbors, we're surrounded with nothing but mangroves and palm trees. I find myself eagerly anticipating the moments I'll spend here, soaking in the tranquility, once I return from my visit to Germany. But more about that next time.